Hey everybody, I'm Kris Keefer with the RockyMountainATVMC.com Keefer Tested Podcast, and today we are going to talk about the top 5 tips for choosing a new bike. So right off the bat, tip number 1, I would suggest finding out how often you ride and what type of rider you are. If you're a weekend warrior, obviously you're not going to spend that much money. If you're a moto guy, you want to go towards a moto-centric dirt bike. If you're kind of both, you're a GP guy and you're a moto guy, maybe an FX, like the Husky has an FX model that is good for a GP style riding, and you can hop on a motocross track and to still fulfill your needs that you can do with your buddies on the weekend. Tip number 2, how often are you riding? This goes hand in hand with cost as well. If you're only riding once a month, twice a month, chances are you don't need a $10,000 motorcycle. There are plenty of motorcycles out there that have been well taken care of by previous owners. You can find very, very good used motorcycles online and save your money. Maybe that can go towards some new gear or even some parts that you want to put on your bike. So figure out how often you're going to ride. If you're a 9-to-5er, blue collar guy, and you get home Friday night and maybe you send it a little bit too hard sometimes, Saturdays are not the best day to go riding. You're a Sunday type of rider. Look and see what type of bike that you need. Used bikes are better for those kind of guys. Tip number 3 for you guys out there, the skill level that you are. Previous tip was if you don't ride a lot and you're a beginner, same thing goes for this. If you're a good rider, intermediate level, you want to look towards a motorcycle that has a good engine, good delivery, also good suspension. Some bikes, newer as well, come with air forks. That might be too much work for you to do when you get to the races. So maybe look for a bike that has spring fork. If you're racing, it's easier to get to the track, hop on, get dressed, go to practice, and go race. So always figure out if you're racing, if you want to go race, that goes hand in hand on what type of bike you want as well. Tip number 4, if you're racing, all the bikes, we talk about this all the time, all the bikes are good. Sometimes it goes with what type of contingency you want and how much dealer help you get. So go search around. If you have a local dealer that'll give you a good deal, maybe that's the best bike for you. If you go look at some of these, Husqvarna has a contingency plan. If you're an off-road guy, they give money away. So you guys, if you go race and you do good, you can spend money on parts. Some companies like Yamaha has a credit card. You can go spend money on diapers. So maybe that's what you want to do. So always look at contingency plans and dealer help, and that will decide what you guys want to buy. And the final tip, tip number 5, probably the most important out there, is cost. The old debate, 2-stroke or 4-stroke. We hear it all the time. I'm sure the comments on this video is going to go crazy with the 2-stroke, 4-stroke debate. But 2-strokes don't cost as much. You don't have to rebuild them as much. And if you do rebuild them, they don't cost you as much. If you're a racer, you want more performance. Obviously, you're going to want to spend a little bit more money. 4-strokes are reliable. Just because you are getting a 4-stroke doesn't mean you're going to have to rebuild them every 30 hours. You can change your oil, change your filter, change your air filter. These bikes last a very long time. So it depends how much money you want to spend, but cost is very important. So 2-stroke, you're looking anywhere between $6,000 to $8,000. This 4-stroke, you're looking anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000. So with the previous tips that I gave you, that goes hand in hand with cost. If you're racing a lot and you want performance, maybe a 4-stroke is right up your alley. But if you want to go have fun, go hit the hills with your buddies and race occasionally, there's nothing wrong with the 2-stroke. 2-strokes are less expensive. They kind of bring back the fun for me sometimes when I go ride. When I go ride a 2-stroke, I get a smile on my face that I haven't had in a while. So there's a place for 2-strokes. I think those are going to come back even more. I think some manufacturers, which I won't name, are going to make more 2-strokes in the future. So cost is important. Find out what type of rider you are. Go have fun. Enjoy the process, because dirt bikes are meant to be fun. It's not always serious, guys. So grab some gear, grab your boots, put your helmet on, go have fun, ride a dirt bike. So that's my top 5 tips for the day for buying a new motorcycle or a used motorcycle. So if you want to learn more, if you want to buy some parts, RockyMountainATVMC.com has everything you need. Or if you want to learn more about the bikes that you see here, you can go to Keefer Tested Podcast on iTunes, check that out, and give it a listen.